Hi Virgo, this is Faye and we're going to do a reading for 14th of February for Valentine's Day. Hopefully a little love reading or a relationship reading. I don't like to say a love reading because it doesn't always pan out that way. If you haven't already subscribed, please do and hit the little bell so that you will be notified of any other videos. And give us a thumbs up if you like the video and please share if you can. It would really help my channel. I had pulled out, I've already did so many readings this morning, okay, and I was pulling out a card from the Romance Angel deck for all the different signs, and two came out at the same time, and I thought, right, what do I do? What way do I do this? So I thought what I would do, I would see how the other cards panned out, but I almost feel like there's almost two readings in this. I know it's only a general reading, but when I look at the other cards, I feel that these two cards, they are so contradictory. One's engagement and one is separation. And I'd set up all the readings as in this side was going to be the person who's listening. Say it's yourself, Virgo. And this other side was going to be the other person. Okay, or if you're not in a relationship, the other energy that's coming in for you, or if you don't feel this side sounds like you but this one does, then that's it. But I feel there's almost two separate readings going on here. The one for separation says time apart from your partner is on the horizon, and I really think that is for, it's almost like leaving someone to go into another relationship. And when I look at these cards, I just feel that this is the way this is going. The engagement is your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Now again, I just feel that this is relevant to parts of this spread. I'm going to get started. On this side we've got the Devil card. Now I know that you're Virgo, you could be with a Capricorn person, you don't have to be, but it tends to mean a relationship, especially in a relationship reading, where it is very, maybe quite a controlling relationship, either by yourself or your partner. It can be quite controlling. It can be a relationship where the other person almost stifles the energy. And I feel what the card right next to it's the Eight of Wands, and this is what I feel when I look at this card, is that almost feeling like you cannot get away from this situation. This person could be a drinker, it could be someone who is very controlling, and you just cannot get yourself out of this particular situation. And this, I wonder, is where the separation card comes in, that you want to try and break away, Virgo, but for some reason you can't do it. On the other side here, these top cards, we've got the Four of Wands, and the Four of Wands to me is stability. It normally means a relationship that is, you're either married or certainly committed in some way. So this is on this side with the High Priestess being possibly something very secretive going on with the High Priestess there. Could just be that there is going to be a blessing of some kind going on in this relationship, which is where maybe the engagement comes in. I'm wondering if you are going to try and get out of this relationship to get into this relationship. If you remove yourself from this situation, this is what is offered to you. Because the High Priestess being almost like a kind of divine intervention, if you like. Still, there could still be something that is working behind the scenes that you are not aware of as of yet. Because further down here, I do think that there is the Three of Cups. There is something good going to be coming in. Either that, Virgo, or this is someone who is drinking too much. And I don't know if maybe you're drinking too much because of this feeling of unhappiness and feeling stuck. But I'm going to read it as being, there's a good time coming up for you. A time of celebration, could be celebrating this engagement. We have the Four of Pentacles here. We went from the Three of Cups to the Four of Pentacles. I really do think you're going to start to really hold on to the things that matter to you, especially the things that make your life pleasurable, whether it just be really having a nice home or looking nice. Or you're definitely going to start to take more interest in your own finances as well, and how your life is going to pan out. I think up till this point you haven't. I think you've been putting somebody else before you, your own needs, and I think things are going to change for you in that situation, Virgo. On the other side, we've been talking about a permanent relationship, a possible marriage, an engagement, but we've also got the Eight of Cups here, and I'm wondering if this person or this situation, I'm going to take it as a person, is walking away from a really bad situation. Could be yourself walking away from a really bad situation to go over that hill to make it into a happier situation. Because we've got the Ace of Pentacles here. There's definitely a new beginning. There's something coming in for this situation. I think you're walking away from one situation and going into a better one. I really do. When these two cards came out, they were so conflicting. Separation and an engagement. I mean, this is, to me, is what this spread is telling me. There's going to be a new beginning, and this could be where the celebration is coming in. On this side. On the other side here also, we have the Six of Cups. Now, could be thinking back to a happier time of when things were less complicated. You could be wanting to get back to that. It can also mean that the person that you're going to be meeting up with is someone from your past. It's somebody that you've known. It's someone from your past and that you've known. Maybe from your childhood, or you've dated them in the past. But it looks to me that's how you're going to end up with them. We've got the Seven of Swords here, and normally if the Seven of Swords was upright, I would say, oh, be careful, it's a sneaky person, but I don't think it's that at all. When it's in the reverse, I just think it's moving on. It's taking what belongs to them or yourself and just moving away from this codependent. I feel this person's really using you. It's almost like an emotional drain on your system that, you know, if you leave them, this could happen. I think you need to start looking at you and your own needs. And I think that's what you're going to be doing, Virgo. I think you're going to be lifting your stuff and moving back to a time where, I know you can't go back in time. It's done. But you are wanting to go when times were simpler, and this person makes you feel that way. This person makes you feel that you can turn the clock back and go back to when a time was happier. And I think maybe there is definitely something in this engagement for you. Because down here, the very last two cards on this side, we've got the Judgment card and the Ace of Cups. The Judgment card to me is when the only person that puts judgment on you is yourself. I think you're going to start to look at your life and start to pinpoint out how you can change this. What areas of your life can you make changes on? Judging how things could be different and what you can do to change it, because you always can. There's always an answer. So that is what you're going to be doing, Virgo. You are going to be looking at your life and how you can change it. And as soon as you start doing that, you've got the Ace of Cups coming in, which is definitely a better emotional state. I know you can say it, the Ace, it's always, you know, it's a new beginning, it's someone offering love. I think in this situation, when you start to get yourself sorted, your head sorted, and away from this, I would say it's quite an abusive relationship. It just looks that way to me. There could be a lot of partying, a lot of drinking, and you just feel that you just can't go through it any longer. But I think this is where you're going to be. You're going to be in a better emotional place to make decisions and move into a happier relationship. Now remember, it is a general reading, it's not going to pertain to everybody, but I definitely feel that there's somebody out there this is going to be quite specific for. So I hope that made sense to someone out there. Please leave your comments and let me know if it does, because it seemed very specific, especially these two cards jumping out, being so different, being from one end of the spectrum to the other, to either be engaged or to be separated. I felt they had to be drawn. It's for somebody. This message is for someone. Okay, Virgo, well, I hope you enjoyed that. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. And I hope to speak to everybody later in the month of February. Bye bye.